Big stepping that's in the building. So now, you know, come on here and talk about the dating scene. And that's what I've been going through, like a spiritual awakening for a while now. And I'm sorry, my leg itching. Anyway, you know, you get that scratch and it just feels so good. Oh my God. Anyway, I've been going through a spiritual awakening for a while, not even realizing that that's what I was going through, you know. So basically, every situation is a learning lesson, and you have to learn from that lesson or that situation in order to be able to, you know, ascend to the next level. And that's with everybody. But you know, you pause your own spiritual awakening if you don't learn from that lesson and you continue. So, for example, when I was in that 10-year relationship, I got stuck in a spiritual awakening for 10 years because I didn't learn that lesson in the time frame that I needed to and leave that situation. So it was a repeated cycle for 10 years. 10 years, the same thing with the same person and no advancement. So, you know, I end up learning that lesson about I knew I wasn't supposed to be in that situation, but I ended up learning that lesson as far as, like, you know, starting to pull myself away and stuff like that. About 28, you know, it go from, you know, y'all sleeping back to back to um I slept on the couch. Okay. That was my best friend. The couch was like my bestie. Then it goes from that to, you know, I guess seeing other people, and essentially, you know, he ended up leaving. So, with the girl that he was cheating on me with in the beginning. Anyway, so anyways, so but you know, our relationship was already toxic and toe up and everything. So, you know, the fact that he cheated was a blessing. I'm so happy that they are together. Um, that's the best woman for him, and you know, I hope that it goes very far, and it does. It's not how it was with me and him. So, anyways, um, so now I get out this 10-year relationship, and I'm like, I was already kind of like going out with people and stuff like that, but damn, I hate this. I was already going out with people and stuff like that. Anyway, so like just going out to dinner and stuff like that. It was one guy that I was dealing with, you know, all the time that my fake ass homegirl hooked me up with. That's another story I'm gonna tell y'all about. Cause fake friends, I'm gonna tell you about fake friends. Cause how you hook somebody up with somebody and then start talking about your friend to the man you hooked her up with, like what you hooked her up with, and then it was a whole scandal behind that. I would never talk to that girl again. So, um, so I was dealing with that guy or whatever, and he had a lot going on. He had a lot going on, and me just getting out of a new situation. People was telling me things like, "Oh, you need to come up to the new school and do the new things that the new people doing." So I don't know. After 10 years of a relationship, getting back into the dating scene and you know meeting people and stuff like that, I didn't know how to start. I didn't know where to go. Shit, I'm still dressed like a mama from the 1980s and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still a real mom, but like, I mean, like a mom, like one of those, like, wake up, go to school, read a book, da da da, cook dinner, da da da, like a schedule mom. Um, Now, you know, me and my kids are a lot more free. So, you know, coming into this world and just having to do a lot on my own because when he left, he wasn't really focused on me and the kids. I've said for about maybe 2, 3 years. I did a lot of stuff on my own. He did come and pick them up every now and then. The first 2 years, he wasn't really like there, but you know, eventually he ended up like being there more than I was able to be there because I really had to work until I figured out how to do other things um, in order for me to be able to take care of my children and be there for them the way that I needed to. Um, so, that was that situation. When I got out of that relationship, I started talking to somebody, but he was really mean. That one guy, his name started with a D. He wasn't mean, but then I think because him and my ex friend had some type of friendship, best friendship or whatever. Um, I don't know what she was telling him or whatever, but he did say some mean things to me about me. And like, my mom, my dad dying and stuff like that. About my mom being sick, stuff like that. About the area I stayed in, try to call me broke, but I always had money. I ain't gonna say I was rich or anything like that, but um, for the most part, I always had money because I also allow people to come in and, get in my ear and oh, this going on and this going on and that going on, but was nothing ever going on. So, I did take a few losses, but without losses, there's no gain. So in order to learn and in order to grow, in order to understand and know what to put your finances in, you have to make mistakes. So that was that. So people judged me based on, where I lived, what I drove, but not understanding that I was living and driving that, not because I had to, it was because I was focused on a goal. So, I was putting my money into that in order to, do things like, but anyways, I don't care what they was thinking. That was their problem. Because I don't need to flash or flaunt or anything like that. If you don't get it, then that's your problem. So that was him. He was terrible. Very a grown man too, like in his 30s and stuff like that, sitting up here saying like mean, vulgar things like he in fucking elementary. Like it was just weird. So that was my first experience back into the dating scene, and it absolutely was like, oh, that's how these is. I got you. I absolutely got you. Because I wasn't nobody to play with in the first place. Not from baby daddy number one or baby daddy number two. And even though I was with them, I didn't let them or allow them to just treat me anyway. Okay, let me say that. I did speak up for myself. Never ever did I ever not speak up for myself. So then after that, I was just running into people after that, and then I will go to dinner, like I will go to like lakes and parties and stuff like that and meet people, and they'll take me out to dinner and stuff, but I wasn't really feeling nobody, like I said, for the first couple years. After that first guy that I dated, I didn't sleep with anybody for years, like maybe 2, 3 years after that first guy from the first relationship, after the first guy that I dealt with after my separation from my 10-year relationship. I didn't deal with nobody for years. I was just like about my money. It got so I had to be there for my kids so much. I had to do Uber. I had to drive Uber, regular Uber and Uber Eats for some time. So I really didn't even have time to really like indulge in talking to nobody and even wanted to talk to nobody. Sometimes I would allow somebody to take me out, but that was it. And but them coming home or me going home with them and all that, that wasn't happening. So then after that, I met this guy. Uh, his name started with like an S. Um, he was real cool, I was still healing from the 10-year situation, even after 2 years. I was still healing from everything that went through that because I just didn't understand what happened. So, what I can say is he did help me a lot. And I know I helped him a lot too because he was also going through a very transitional time in his life where he had just separated from his baby mama and all the things that they went through. So we definitely helped each other get things into perspective. Um, in personality wise, I could have seen myself with him, but he didn't have himself together completely for somebody like me to have, 3 kids. So if I'm a struggle, I'd rather just do it by myself. So, but we did help each other, to get to a mental level where we both ended up in decent positions in order to move forward to maybe meet somebody else, or maybe be able to live on this earth and be able to date and things like of that nature. So thank you to him. You know what I'm saying? Because you definitely did help me heal. I can't take that from you. I fuck with you heavy. um we don't talk no more or nothing like that, but I thank you. um and I know I helped you too, and a lot, even in business wise, because I was at that time I started learning business stuff like that, and I helped him with information and stuff, and he took it and he ran with it. So I'm proud of him. After that, again, I just started dating. There was nobody I was interested in. Nobody I was interested in. Met people. So then, so for example, I met this one guy. This is stupid shit that they would do that would make me like, ugh. So I met this one dude or whatever, and he was a comedian. And I went to a couple of his shows and stuff like that. So, boom, I go to his show one time, and then we go back to his house, and it was a few people there. It was like a group of people, and we was playing games and stuff like that. But he wanted this. This is not my first time going over. Not going over there, but my hanging out with him or anything like that. But this is my first time at his place with the group or whatever, and first time at his place and coming together with a group. So he on the phone with another girl, and a girl begging him, "Oh, please, why are you doing this to me?" While I'm over there. So I sit there, I ain't tripping. I'm like, all right, because to me, we're not together. We're just friends. You know what I'm saying? And we're getting to know one another. But you're getting to know me, and you allow me to see whatever the hell you was trying to give me. I don't know what you was trying to do. But anyway, I wasn't with it. So we sat there. We cool. And when I left, I just never looked back. Like, boy, who you thought you was? Because you thought you was, I guess, up there in the whatever, comedy or whatever. You thought I was going to talk to you? Like, no. Like, I don't care about that. I'll take care of myself. I've been taking care of myself. Somebody take care of themselves, you can't come in and think you about to do nothing. Bam. Let's talk about this last situation so I can get this out. The bummiest bum I have ever met in my life. Somebody that have nothing but speak like they have everything. And I get it. In some forms, that is a part of manifestation. Placing yourself in environments and stuff like that, and being around certain people and stuff like that, that's a part of manifestation. But no. No. This person was blatantly lying about their life, about their lifestyle, about who they was, and all that. So boom, like I said, I'm in business and stuff like that, so I meet a lot of people. I know a lot of people through life, period. So, he come in from another state acting like he doing business, and, he meeting up with these people, that people, these people, that people, or whatever. Some people, a lot of people I introduced him to, and he 100% tried to demolish my name, a name that can't even be demolished, because I don't give up about none of them mother. Okay. What? Who is they? Nobody to me, because they don't pay my bills. Okay? So they are nobody in these eyes. I don't care who they is. So however you thought you was going to degrade or whatever, this name can't be degraded in the name of Jesus. Don't play with it. But anyway, so um so yeah, so I introduced him to some people and stuff like that. So I don't know what he thought he was gonna do, but anyways, he came here after Doodle did nothing. He had all these businesses in mind and stuff like that, and come to find out, he stole those names and businesses from other people. Not only that, he do have a name in the hip hop industry, but it's not a good one, and I was not aware of that because I am not completely aware of all these rap people is and all this and all that. If anything, I would know more people that's more behind the scenes than I did, than anything. And like, I really didn't need none of them people because none of what I was trying to do was fit in with that. I was just doing it so that maybe I could fit it in, but I didn't need it at all. So I found the way to say, okay, so let me take my business, put my business with this business, and then, it'll be two different marketing avenues that can go into this. But the people that I was meeting was just terrible. You know what I'm saying? And so anyways, he came out here acting like he had these businesses and stuff like that. And he did not have a job or nothing like that because he wasn't from out here. So I wasn't tripping off that because I assumed he was making moves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had just quit I had just, I wasn't working for about a year. God put it so that I wouldn't work. So, and focus on my business and learning who I was and developing who I was. So that part of my life has stepped away from me for about a year. And I started to, align my structure. And that's when that person came into my life. So I wasn't judgmental because usually I would not even talk to nobody like that. Since my separation of that 10-year separation, I was like, you know what, I want this, I ain't taking this, I ain't taking that. But what I didn't take into accountability is meeting somebody that's starting off a business and them still needing to be able to financially hustle, because that person didn't come with $1. And if they did come with $1, nah, they didn't come with $1. I'm not even gonna sit here and make it seem like they did. But I thought because they was in business and I knew the right people, that they was going to be able to do what they needed to do, and then I can go on my way and do what I needed to do. But that person came into my life and tried to destroy me, and that was the awakening that I needed of my life. That was the awakening I needed of my life. And let me tell you something. I'm going to be the last woman you ever do that to. The last. And I haven't even said everything. But you know, and I know, and God know, and everybody you lied to know that you not who you say you are. At all. Anyways, so that's the dating scene. It was really nothing to talk about because it ain't many of them out there. Men, as a heterosexual woman, it's not many of them out there that talk about nothing. It ain't just about the finances, because I done been there and done that. with money and people with no money, and they both mentally ain't got it. I know who you are based on your conversations. Believe me, I see right through you. I seen right through him. I just didn't listen. But guess what? She listens now. Big Step Vanessa in the building. Bye, y'all.